Hi everybody, tonight's project is going to be the clothespin, glittered clothespin, gift tag holder and gift embellishment. This is a great project because it really works to add a little flair to any gift. Put them on paper bags, at parties. Halloween, we've got nautical, you can do Easter since we've got Easter coming up. The florals are nice for Mother's Day or any spring. So let's get started. What you're going to need today: clothespins. I personally prefer the wood ones, but we take what we can get, so I got plastic at the dollar store. The one problem with these is they do have a little divot in there, so we will be adding a step in order to cover that divot. The next thing you're going to need is your Mod Podge, surprise surprise, I'm pretty sure I use this in every craft, as well as the glitter that you want to use on the base of the clothespin, and some kind of small embellishments. I've got a bottle brush tree here and some gems and stickers. They work beautifully. So choose your theme, and here we go. So in order to cover the divot in my plastic clothespin, I'm going to trace a background, or a base paper, sorry. And I am going to do it the entire length. Now if you have the wood clothespins and they do not have that weird divot in the top, skip this step and go right on to the next one. So there we go. It's okay that it's not perfect. I can always trim up the edges later. So I've already pre-cut. I don't want to make you guys suffer through that. So let's get started. Let's take our Mod Podge, and we're going to cover quite liberally the top of this clothespin in Mod Podge, which will work nicely to hold down that paper. And I'm going to add my strip. Now don't be afraid to get a little messy. This glue will run over. Let's try to smooth it down as much as we can. It's okay that my pen marks are there because remember we're going to be covering this in glitter, so it's really alright if it's not perfect, if you've got marks on it, if the paper's a different color. It's not a big deal. So we definitely want to make sure that we cover the entire top portion and smooth it down as best we can. So there we go. Got a little excess glue there. Now it's time to actually do the glittering, and this would be the step that you'd be skipping to if you have wood clothespins. And we are going to cover the top of the clothespin again that we just covered with the strip of paper with a very thick coat, but not dripping, of the Mod Podge. On this particular one, I'm actually going to be doing a winter scene, so I've picked silver glitter. And if you're familiar with my crafting and all, I use cupcake liners to do my glittering in. So let's actually get that in there. Glitter the tops of the clothespin. There we go. Let's give it a little tap. Wipe off the excess here. And voila. A little excess glitter, but that'll come off when we dry it. So we've got a glittered top. So this will make a really nice winter base. Just going to set that aside. Now what I'm going to do is actually add my embellishments before this layer dries. This just keeps it so you don't have to add another layer of glue, but again, if you want to let this dry a little bit, if you're afraid that you're going to smear the glitter, then give it a rest, and Mod Podge usually will be workable or dry enough to work with within like an hour or two, depending on how thick your coat was. So I want this tree, this tiny bottle brush tree, it's only an inch tall, to be right on the top here. So, whoops, let's see if you're anything like me and you get clumsy. you might definitely want to make sure that you let this dry, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to speed ahead. So I kind of made a little gash on the end here. So I'm going to cover that. And voila. Got a winter gift tag holder, little bottle brush tree. If I feel so inclined in the future, I might add a little deer to it, but we'll let it be for now. We're going to let it dry. Now the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to speed through this process again, but just so you guys can see it, I've picked the yellow one. I'm going to add my strip. Let's set aside this silver glitter because we are actually going to work with purple on this particular one. So, again, cover the face of the clothespin with your glue. Add your strip of paper if you need to, otherwise you would be adding the glitter at this point. Smooth it so that it's really stuck on there and not too bumpy. This particular one I'm going to be doing gems because I happen to be a big believer in faux gems. Add a little sparkle to an already sparkly piece, but that's okay. So again, we're adding a coat of glitter, pretty thick, glue, excuse me, pretty thick on the tip top here. And we're going to add our glitter once we've got a thick coat of glue on. Remember, it's okay if it gets stuck. You can always wipe it off the edges if glue gets stuck. If glitter gets stuck, excuse me, or if the glue is running. So there we go. We've got a purple top. Now, I'm going to add a couple embellishments. So, I'm a big fan of these cute little sticker embellishments that you can get at Joann's or Michael's or really any craft store. And I am going to add this one to the top, like so. Trying really hard not to smear the glitter I've already got on there. And it looks like I did just that, so I'm going to carefully re-glitter over it. Now we're going to add a couple faux gems. What have we got? Let's do a blue. So this is a great project for doing favor bags for a party, a birthday party, a wedding, shower, whatever. You can also use these clothespins to hang pictures on a string. There's a number of wonderful, oops, I've got glue all over my fingers and it's sticking to me. There we go. We got 2 gems on there, a cute embellishment. If we feel so inclined once this is dry, maybe we'll add a few more, but that's the general gist of it. And as you can tell, it is a pretty easy craft. So have fun.